This Renekton needs to come to fruition here, because if he falls behind the curve, then he's going to get kited around by champion. He does not like getting kited by, like the Tristana, like the chains from LeBlanc. So getting the early game and being ahead of the curve.
Looks like Hero will start his own. A couple of wards were left behind that last invade, and in fact, Hero sniffs an opportunity here. Dredgeline will connect this time round. Promiscu with the near insta-interrupt. That's the passive. The headbutt comes backwards as well. Jeskla going to use the satchel charge, force the flash away. So does Kire from the tower. Promiscu and Jeskla using just that single flash.
Yeah, that's the thing. You look at Limit already. He's burned both summoner spells, but at the same time, the cross map come through.
Well, there's no flash here for Broken Blade. Zenzara stepping forward, gets the chop. Helmet Mist comes backwards, and it's White Knight first blood.
And remember that the point of the disease coming up right now. Look at Limit. He's going back bottom. He thinks nothing is happening on the map, and that is going to cost him. Once again, Astralis with the tempo going on this one.
Oh, Broken Blade. I don't know if he's going to be able to outplay this one. Knocked up into the other Helmet Missile by some time. Dashes away to safety, with the chomp comes out. Zenzara the kill secures the kill. And
to steal away the blue buff. He haven't had a successful gank yet, and that does make it a bit hard for them now. You can already see Sansara reading this one nicely. Is just waiting at the back of his mid laner because Magifelix got a stack wave.
Well, the dredge line comes out, so does the chain. Shockwave pulls them both under tower. Nuclearant will take one shot and gets taken down. Kira, I think, was interrupted by the Pillar of Ice. Nicely done by Zanzara. Ends up fizzling.
That's the thing. It looked like nothing, but the amount of resources you put into it, that was the ultimate from Livid. So earlier the flash as well, and now on the top side of the map, what are you getting for yourself here? You can see they're trying to make a response now. Kira up towards the top side on the minimap, but it already looks like they're calling it off. The Rift Tower is going to take care of this turret.
First tower fallen. All five's consistently been a thorn in the side of every single team he's played against. And Magifelix will once again be the recipient of some love from Schalke. Cataclysm comes down, instantly flashed away from. Kiro will flash the Shockwave, and White Knight commits the TP. He jumps into lane with the Mythic already completed, and just
why he was sitting towards the bottom while Nuclear Int was freezing on him. As soon as they came out from the Fog of War, the TP came out instantly. This was already communicated from Astralis. A nice read onto them now. Promiscu.
Oh, they managed to catch out Neon. He's knocked right backwards, and Promiscu picks up the kill. That was just really well set up. White Knight arrives in the nick of time. It's the third kill to Astralis.
Oh, they're not done yet, Trevor. They're going for it.
Absolutely not. Kirai's going to be the next on the chopping block. The fourth kill of the game. 2,500 gold lead. Limit once again setting his sights on Magifelix. This time the dredge line connects. There's no shockwave. There's no flash. And this time it works out. Schalke get their second kill. But can Promiscu and White Knight turn this around? That's the slice. Waiting for the dice. They're not going to.
They're just taking care of the dragon down towards the bot side of the map. Jeskla in just a few moments should be able to take care of this turret as well with the satchel
wave, right? It's about sending a message. Gulborg and Astralis are so far ahead they don't need the kit to help you take down the tower. 10 plates, 3.5. Schalke do not find a way back in. They will be eliminated from playoffs. And Astralis, they're looking for another 5 plates. They're looking for the third tower before 14 minutes.
Now, this turret will be very beefed up. It's going to take some time for them to do it. Obviously, once again, they have the satchel charge to work through. Magifelix under attack again, though.
He keeps getting hit by those dredge lines. Cataclysm committed as well. And it will be the third death of the game. He's turbo-inting in Schalke's territory.
And that's the thing. Usually, the objective setup and all this stuff is not going Astralis' favor. We saw them in their soul fights
against as well, right? Today, Schalke have not had an answer. Kire has been...
Right now, you look towards the top side, right? Broken Blade still freezing up in the top side. That's all they're doing. All they're saying here is that this Drake win condition from Astralis, it's so far away.
I've actually forgotten that Broken Blade was in this game. I don't think we've seen him for 10 minutes. After his tower fell first, he's managed to pick up enough farm to equalize with White Knight for now. The Schalke will lose their 4th tower of the game. Astralis will now turn their attention to the middle lane. The Rift Herald was put down bottom. Once again, Dredge Line comes out. Ultimate chasing down onto Jeskla. He will get knocked up into the air. Teleport will complete from Nuclear Int. He dashes forward. Doesn't have enough damage to do anything to Jeskla. And now Magifelix joins the fray. Has the Shockwave available. Holds the trigger. Broken Blade TP'd into the mid lane as well. And where's Magifelix going? Catching the wave up top while the rest of the team pressures forward. I mean, that is just a flex right now.
To be fair, that was a quite big wave, so there was a lot of gold he was TPing for as well, but Schalke and Althea being very disjointed in this fight coming in towards this one. Nuclear and TP'd immediately, but Broken Blade was TP's of schedule that they have here now towards this game, obviously against Schalke. You can see this was what I was curious about. What will they do when they get out on a larger map scale? What will they do when Baron starts getting up in the table? But they're actually playing it quite nicely. White Knight, he's just shoving in the bot lane, waiting for a response. As soon as a response comes through, as you can see right now, he can TP in. They have TP advantage.
They absolutely do. Nuclear's catching that bottom way. Dredge line will connect onto Magic Felix. Promiscue's being hammered on by Neon as Jeska now arrives. White Knight turns his attention onto the Yordle as a fight on multiple fronts. And finally, Schalke get themselves the first. And Zara will be chasing down Kirei. He flashes forward, gets the pillar into the back, and Limit will be the next target. 3 kills for 1 in favor of Astralis. Baron has just spawned.
They can do with this one.
If we get a replay of that one, I hope that we can see the minimap. I don't know if we will. But I was literally watching all of the wards that were being pushed, pressed into Schalke's vision, and Promiscue started a roaming sort of flanking opportunity, 15-20. Now for Nulfia, can they hold on to the inhibitor turrets? It's feeling more and more unlikely. Hex flash over the wall, Baron empowered minions start to chip away at the tower. There's an Ocean Dragon to fall back to if they want to, but look at that damage from those bouncing bombs. The tower will fall. Promiscue keeps just threatening the engage, threatening the move forwards.
Yeah, and there he goes, a bit too far forward, maybe.
Well, let's see what the follow-up damage is. Kira will be able to help set up one. The inhibitor will fall, though, and once White Knight and the rest of Astralis join, we'll be able to force Schalke away. There's enough damage to secure 2 inhibitors.
Yeah, it was an aspiring attempt, but they're still moving forward with the base being cracked down as well here. So even in a situation you had to write down the macro in a book, they're just following it right now.
They really are. I mean, look, a lot of stuff was gift-wrapped to them as well, to be fair. You know, that Baron was complimented
right now. So let us just have this one.
Oh, I think it's a little bit too extreme, as Kirei will likely be the next target here. There's no flash available to him. Shockwave is committed as Magic Felix is making that one just a little bit personal. Surprise any teams that they'll be facing.
Now we know they can do both. They can get wins in the negatives, and now they can get wins in the positive as well. Usually you try and see it the other way around first, but Astralis, they're a magical team, as we've already established. Now, a TP is going to come into this one. It's going to be very optimistic, but this is going to be the last stand for Schalke.
All right, Broken Blade has just reconnected to the game after conceding first blood and the tower. Teleport comes in. He walks across a ward. What can he do as he dashes forward? The Hallowed Mist comes out. Snip, snip, snip. Holding on to the ultimate 4 now. Not enough damage just yet. Dashing backwards. It's a 7,000 gold difference as Broken Blade heals up, survives so incredibly long. The Shockwave catches 3, but there's simply not enough follow-up. Schalke cannot stand tall long enough for Neon to finish up the fight. Nuclear is watching his base get torn apart as 5 members of Astralis push onto the 3rd and final inhibitor, as well as the Nexus turrets.
Yeah, this is just the finalizing touches on this game. They had it from the get-go, from the early game with the Herald, from the first strikes, from the Baron, from the towers. Astralis, from minute 1, has been control of this game.
They have destroyed Schalke at every opportunity, and Astralis will send Schalke home as the last Nexus turret stands in the way. Zanzara once again starts hammering down Limit, trying to find some sort of engage. Promiscue buys a little bit of time as Nuclear finally gets one onto Jeska, the second member of the team to go down. The damage gets turned around there onto Promiscue as well. The Nexus stays strong for now. Schalke have held alive a few seconds longer. They are still in such an unenviable situation. Magic Felix is running for his life as Zanzara is the next target as well. It's just this awkward phase. The teleport into the Nexus, and Schalke are eliminated from playoffs. Astralis take the win.
And what a convincing fashion it was. Once again, it completely revitalized. Yes, obviously we already talked about the ease of schedule from Astralis, but if this is the stepping stone they can use toward the rest of the matches to put them in a comfortable spot where they're...
Okay, let's zoom out, talk about the compositions as a whole. What are you seeing?
Yeah, okay, so on the side of XL here, I'm obviously seeing some things that can be a bit disjointed. You have the Diana and you have the Rakan that can go in for the all-in potential, but then at the same time, top side, it wouldn't surprise me after Blue buff if you wanted to go up towards the top again.
No, absolutely. I'm going to go back to that self-made talking point we had. On the Lee Sin out of the jungle, definitely an enabler, definitely somebody you want to see. No, every time we go self-mid, there's a fight in the bottom lane. That's a knock-up onto Lebrov once again, another route. Red Gun stepping forward from Patrick, 150 HP down to 100. The flamethrower is going to do a lot. Shield comes up in just a moment. Flash for Flash, not enough for Lebrov. Teleport now, he's going to be replied. It's Leader making his way to the bottom lane. Shigenda as well, double TP, self-made's here as well. All 5 members of Vitality join the fray. Advian's able to fly to safety and it's Leader that gets first blood.
That is first blood, but how much else is there's always going to be the case when you have Macoon and Selfmade in this game, because they are just two junglers that love to make the most out of any given moment. Down towards the bot lane again, we speak of him, Selfmade.
There's no flash for Patrick. He's trying to get to safety. Macoon makes his way in, but that's the dash to safety. White blue, the damage coming down. Macoon not going to be enough for LeBron just yet. One more dash forward. Finally does. That's the reply from XL.
And there are the two junglers. Leader 1 kill ahead where he's not actually having a mistake yet. It's actually not something we've seen fairly often. We've had our criticism, and it's going to continue because another fight is about to start.
It really is. This time round, the teleport is coming out. Nukeduck's going to dash forward, use the culling to take out a Leader. Caster, the top jungle of XL, but XL sending so many members. Only Patrick remaining in the bottom lane.
Yeah, there we go. It is kind of this meta. We just throw it all towards the top side.
Crescent slash the Lunar Rush. That's a two-man knock-up, and Advian's only level 4 Selfmade. Gonna get him taken out. It's Cries that gets the kill. The third for XL, and that's very important as well on the Jace. Unlock that poke damage.
It's leading to this decision-making.
And of course, that means that XL are in the advantage. They will be uncontested for now. Selfmade has a moment just before the shell goes down. It's picked up, dashing over the wall. Macoon's going to be the target. He flashes, takes the mine all the way backwards, and he's brought into the fight by Shigenda. The damage is massive from Vitality. A double for Selfmade. Nukeduck's trying to cull something on the back line, but he simply cannot do it. Vitality just yet, and at 12 minutes, we're dead even in gold. 3 kills to 4, and it has no signs of stopping yet. Gets rooted in place, and now we're just going to fight over Dragon. Okay, who has better setup here?
Yeah, but here's the thing, you just invested Diana ultimate. Obviously, you do still have the quickness with Advian, and because that crown shot is stuck under his bot side turret, they're just going to back off. But XL, they're not feeling it either. They're going for Leader.
Well, there's no culling yet for Nukeduck. Leader sidesteps away from the piercing light. That's a defensive flash from Nukeduck. Heal comes out from Patrick. Root in place for Selfmade. Not going to be able to find the kill just yet. Macoon does get taken out in the end. A lot more damage.
Selfmade can be that kind of player.
He absolutely can. And what about the rest of this composition when we look at Crown Shot on the Jinx, Shigenda on the set as well? One of the players that has already had in for Nukeduck. There's not enough members around just yet as XL may concede this Dragon. Not going to arrive in time, and Labrov could set up a play, not going to do it just yet.
In general today, our Drakes has just been very late when they have been taken, and this is going to give us a very late soul win condition as well, which is just going to stall out the games a bit longer. Selfmade looking for Macoon.
Oh, Macoon not going to be able to get over the wall, throws down the ultimate though. Nukeduck in a very safe position, manages to get the first kill here onto Selfmade. The culling will be able to do a lot of damage, cancelled early. Shigenda's got the showstopper available. What target does he want to use? 2 members of Vitality backing away. Crown Shot joins in. 3 versus 5. The Moonlight Vigil comes out, and the next target. Ardent Blaze won't find anybody, but I kind of have a feeling they just haven't got it confirmed.
Okay, there we go. Now they know. Realm Wolf comes through, and they go for the engage.
They do indeed. Realm Wolf will get everybody out from Vitality. They're going fishing and don't find anything, but that Rift Herald, this is on the cards. Looks like it's just about to be secure. The Mega Death Rocket comes out. Macoon jumps forward, throws down the ultimate. Probably the first to fall. Selfmade flashes to safety, taken out by the Gravitum, and now lead him. But he jumped on by Nukeduck. He simply cannot find enough of those cues as Patrick steps forward. They get the Herald, they get 2 kills, and XL are in absolute control.
I'm so curious as to why Vitality stepped up on Danger, but the problem with that is, and that is also the reason why we have not really seen Jinx too much as of late, because she just not have the same impact in the early stages of the game as other AD carries might have.
Well, this is a gigantic advantage being built up here. XL plus 3,000 gold. The Rift Herald gets summoned in the top lane. Vitality will stand to defend for now. Labrov got the flash, got the depth charge. Tower will survive the boop. Cries has got that teleport available, and Vitality look for the engage. This was caught out by Advian. Patrick gets tagged by the depth charge, flashes away from Shigenda. Advian's life is sacrificed to allow Patrick and the rest of XL to escape. Selfmade hops over the wall, finds no target, but Cries is just about arriving. Macoon dashes forward with a fantastic moonfall to the skies with a Mercurial Hammer, and cry, Vitality. XL dominate the counter engage. Crown Shot will be the next target. No flash, no heal, no chance, no hope. He is taken down. XL can turn for Baron.
How many times have we set Marcoon's price as well with the two disguise, and they had a gold lead, then they're up towards the top side of the map, they went for play, they lose Advian in the exchange, they take the 4v4, they win it from a huge... You don't have a singular unit of Vitality beating down members, you have them all taken care of one by one, and they just can't deal with that when the wallet is so huge from XL.
Yeah, and again, it's another Baron that is gift-wrapped and handed over. The previous game, a decision from a team to push a lane, to be in a certain location, means they get punished and allows their opponents to pick up Baron. Teleport's being channeled, waiting for the hammer, shove that one down, and kill donated here to NukeDuck. 6-0-4. 13 is not always to fight.
It's not, but it is for XL right now.
It really is. Goodbye, crown shot. 14th kill secured, 22 minutes. Fast approaching. Now this game has just been blown wide open. XL have punished mistakes. They have also played proactively, and they're using their composition here exceptionally well, Gulborg.
Yeah, and they're just juggling the members here. You can see Vitality, they're trying to find something with the Realm Wall, but they can't. They will continuously lose out on front here. Now it's the mid lane. After the mid lane, you can move back up towards the top side. You can even reset, or you can go for fight.
Well, Lavrov will be the first target here from XL. The engage comes out. NukeDuck dashes away to safety, uses their kill force as well. Selfmade's kick has already been used. Patrick did get taken down, and it was at the cost of Lavrov. Death Rocket comes out, NukeDuck's low, the inhibitor stands. This is good for Vitality. They're going to be able to... Unfortunately, they lost to Astralis last time they played.
That's the scariest team right there. They're playing Astralis. They are out for blood. And speaking of that, they're going forward Vitality.
Well, Advian this time around knocks up Lavrov, charms up Shigenda. Nobody is touched yet from XL. Finally, NukeDuck takes some damage as the dredge line catches Marcoon. Hourglass buys enough time for Selfmade to get some air miles. As Advian once again dances in battle on Vitality's face. 10,000 gold lead. Vitality have been outclassed this day, both in the skirmishes and the fights, but also in the macro.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's nothing they can do about this situation. Now, you already said the macros, some of their setups just didn't pay off for them. And a lot of the times, it was on their terms. Gravitum coming out now from Patrick here, which is usually the comp you want to see with the guns here. But they're just going to back off, and because of this, they're going to get the first inhibitor, they're going to get the second inhibitor, they can reset up towards the top side, and they can try and get the third to finish out this game.
Oh man, so they're not backing off. This could be one of the pushes they want to win this for now. Selfmade's caught it in the mid lane, not inside the base, but here comes the minions, Gulborg.
That's the thing here, the minions are coming in, they are going for the play with the mid lane NukeDuck here.
Oh, Culling's available, flash 2, Selfmade's being chunked out, he's forced to flash, that's the counter, and taken down. NukeDuck heals back up, now it's 5 versus 4, exposed Nexus, turrets, Marcoon jumping forward, his engage will be available in a moment or two, it's not needed. Advian will do the work to set up XL for the win. Marcoon picks up one, Patrick gets the tower, Shigenda drops as well, and Crown Shot the last man standing. 5 members of XL stand tall, take down the second Nexus turret, turn their attention to the Nexus, and XL keep their playoff hopes alive.
Oh, it feels, you can already see it on their faces, so relieved again, smiling. They are, even NukeDuck, which is, you know, a storied mid laner perhaps, but this time around XL really coming together from the get-go with the priority they had in the laning phase. They need a bit more scaling aspect in this one.
To buy some time, and I also think when you visualize how those team fights will play out, I also feel like the team fights will need some time. You want the
down towards this bottom lane. This could get dangerous for Matt Lyons.
Trimby's looking for the flight, gets the knockup for now. Kaiser flashes early already. Hans Summer chases as well. Couple of Ren stacks available with the Crescent Strike. Everything.
Need 2 items on Carsey and on Armor to really get the full potential of your composition here. So if you're able to make sure Rogue is not...
They cannot bleed or concede too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it at like 3k. It's usually around 1 item extra from the opposing enemy team where you're like, okay, this is becoming really hard to play and to buy yourself even.
To those Australia lanes, Rogue will walk straight over a ward. Madline's fully aware of it. That's a red ping from Humanoid. He's holding on for now. I don't know if they fancy themselves the engage. Kaiser's got that ultimate available to him, stepping forward. As Rift Herald is summoned, here comes Humanoid, here comes Armored as well. There's a double TP. Inspire not quite ready for it, no support for him. He flashes over the wall to run for his life. Odo Omna's in the fray too. Nobody's gone down yet. The Rift Herald got a couple of plates, but didn't take the tower. While that's going on, Larsen's in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's the thing, and they just put in the wave there. They know they're expending a lot of resources from Mad Lions with the double TP to come in. So Rogue, they decide to call off the play, and they're actually not completely done yet. Trimpy has the quickness, is in a ward. He's in a bush with no vision here.
Ooh, there's no support from anybody else. That's the quickness, the knock-up, the charm. Flash away from Kazi, he's already taken down. Next on the list is Kaiser, ultimate available to him. Throws that out underneath the tower. Trimpy tanks 2, backs away. Odo's got that grey health to play with. Looking for the Devour. Waddle, 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 gobble, gobble, gobble. Lick him and stick him back to the fountain. Odo picks up the 3rd kill for Rogue.
I have absolutely mad. Rogue, they're going to be able to pick up the first turret for themselves.
I mean, look at the item disparity on the bottom of the screen. You know, 4 mythics already. Armor jumps onto Odo underneath the tower, uses the hammer to knock him backwards. Odo jumps forward, gets the tongue lash out as well, and Devour will be able to get a lot of damage. Not enough for the kill just yet until finally it goes down. Inspired is the next target. Alyoya chomps him down, hits him with that pillar. That's the first kill for Mad. They've lost themselves the top tower. They're about to lose this bottom tower. And Rogue are now bullying Mad Lions back into their jungle.
Yeah, they're not completely done with this one either. It looks like they want to go for Skirmish and Humanoid.
All right, Humanoid's got the ultimate available to him. It's ticking away onto Hansama, who's used the Rend already. May get themselves one. No teleports available. Actually, this may just be another dragon going the way of Mad. Rogue can pick to fight on Soul Point when they've got an even larger advantage.
Yeah, in general, ever since the changes came through with the turrets, with the gold, how snowbally this meta can be, Drake aren't really seen as a win condition that often, especially because there is the chance that you're going to roll Cloud Drake, and it's not helping out too many compositions. So you go for the Rift Herald.
And they're going to look to take down the 2nd tower here. The minion wave is being pushed in. Inspired is shadowing this duo as Larsen is clearing out some vision behind the river. Trimpy, no flash available to him, gets headbutted backwards. Inspired's jumping forward. The quickness comes out, and that's a lot of damage. Fade's call, that's going to be shot backwards, and in fact, Kalista Hansama is taken down. Mad Lions get the tower, but they lose their AD. Kazi not going to be able to find the kill with that piercing arrow. Alyoya pushes forward. Mad, they're not done yet.
And that's super overzealous as well. Even with the Fate's call, you should never let hands be picked up in that position. Odo should be able to go out of this one, but with the priority and with the tempo now over on Matt's side, they are the one responding in turrets. They're going to be the one pushing.
Longer team fights. 40 seconds to Infernal. The Rift Herald was summoned in the base. Inspired and Rogue didn't have a great opportunity, but this engage here onto Armut will force the flash immediately, and this should just be a relatively easy kill. Armut survives very long, in fact, and shows you what he can do with that Eclipse.
But they're so smart about it, and Trevor, because you said, all right, 40 seconds to Infernal Drake, normal teams will reset, and they just catch Mad Lions in the reset there is to come.
Wow, there's a culling now tagging Alyoya, also hitting Humanoid, and 2nd time this game, a reset sort of swap play around the Rift Herald has allowed Rogue to get an advantage. 5 kills, 4,000 gold the lead. 10 seconds before Armut spawns. He's got teleport available to him. Dragon may still be alive, and there's no quickness from Trimpy.
Remember, extended team fight for Mad Lions, the benefit of that, they need to poke. Rogue, they want to engage on someone immediately.
They do engage, and Spike gets knocked away. The Protobelt was already used. There goes the flash as well. This is the 3rd dragon for Mad Lions. Do Rogue fancy another go? No! That's 3 for Mad. That is that late game option, and this game is just very, very weird of the game. Elected to play for towers instead. Now Armut will get jumped on.
No
once
flash.
again. No flash available to him. He's going to be able to use that hammer. Inspired throws out the ultimate and gets the first kill of the game. Okay, let's start talking a little bit about theory here, right?
It's the team that's on the objective first. It's still ideal for Mad Lions because they can poke you while you're stuck in a pit. So I will say the situation will favor Mad Lions a little bit, but on the side of Rogue, you can see the
Mad Lions concede the dragon. If it's not optimal, they get what they need, time. That gold lead, though, is still 6,000. Trimpy with flash, with quickness. Odo Omne with Abyssal Voyage. We're setting ourselves up for that fight. The handshake be damned. Knockup goes on to Odo. Trimpy's looking for the flank that Gulborg talked about. Grey health, thick skin cannot even be popped. That's the front line for Rogue. Down. Mad Lions just waltz into the river, get themselves some fish for dinner, look for the soul as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, but they're still out on the flank, but they're spotted out now, so they're going to be turned on.
Oh, that shock blast was gigantic, and Spide and Tribby making their way out. Larssen forced to flash, but not after, losing 50% of his HP. Fate's call from Hans Sama sends Trimby forward, still has that quickness available to him. Inspired still has the ultimate, but it is going to be effectively 3 versus 5. Larssen can TP in, the Dragon's down to 1700, the engage catches 3! That's gigantic, but there's not enough follow-up, there's not enough damage. The Dragon is secured by Mad Lions. They get the soul. They get themselves another kill. And despite Larssen picking up 1 after the TP, it is Mad Lions in a gold deficit, a kill deficit, a tower deficit that gets the soul.
That is just crazy. And not only that, they should be able to pick up this team fight afterwards, go for the Baron as well. And while Odo is doing his best at keeping them at bay, it's just not enough. Ilyoya is still alive, Infernal Drake, and they should be able to go for Baron Nashor.
Oh man, what an interesting game, and I think 4 rogues sitting at the top of the table. The draft that they've put together with this Tahm Kench top, it hasn't yet shown me how it should execute, but I think more credit to Mad Lions for how they played their fights.
I'd like you to introduce you to Invisible Gold, Trevor, the bunch of stats that are not collected from the Infernal Drake and the soul that's coming through with that extra amount of damage that we have here. So while they are pushing down to top side, Rogue, they're doing their best to keep the mid lane pushed in, but this is a Baron enough team. They are going to be having the tempo on their side from Mad Lions.
Yeah, Mad Lions looking towards the inhibitor turret, and so important for Mad to pick up as many wins as they can, especially against the likes of G2, Fnatic, Misfits, who they play next week, Rogue today. Higher placements in the summer regular season gives you more championship points, and that is so important for seeding. Mad Lions, may they push for the final win right now. They've got Baron empowered minions, they've taken down the front line, they've got several ultimates still to play with. Nexus Turret's going to be the focus. They may just be done with this. Another wave. Conga lines its way forward. Trimby's coming in from behind. The ultimate's available to him. Inspired is pushed back. Cannot use that. Moonfall finally does, but Humanoid hourglasses all of it in the Chaos Storm. Forces Inspired away. Actually picks up the kill on the Fountain Steps. Mad Lions take down Rogue.
Just like that, it's done. Just like that. In a game that had been in Rogue control outside of Dragons the entire time, and Mad Lions, the team with the objective control around the Drakes. I was saying, yeah, you know what, the first 2 Drakes, it's not going to matter too much because the gold lead was all the time in Rogue's favor. They should be the team who should get the setup. But it never...
Of course, it does still do similar things, just on a much more delayed cooldown in terms of the Devour to save your AD carry.
Well, as an answer into the Thresh, it was often good in terms of the Consume to then, you know, gobble someone up, right? But now...
Worked his way down here from the top lane.
Classic Adam move.
Yep. Moving from top to mid to try and get Niski ahead. Gold card will be locked for Niski. Blue doesn't really have anywhere to go here. The face breaker will land the stun and first blood to Niski.
How does he get away with that?
Well, Hellsang, one more auto attack is enough. Of course, Lib doesn't have the Devour and the hook goes wide. Upset. Body blocks the Q there from Jezu to keep his support.
Straight to bot lane to actually help the 2 versus 2 out, which means that he is a little bit behind on camps. He's actually going to choose to do his Gromp ahead of his Scuttle Crab, but likely he's going to secure
bad for Blue.
Oh, this
Scuttle's
is really
already
bad.
gone. Blue still has the flash. Niski flashes forward, has the vision for the stun. Blue can flash across the wall, but Whippo puts the ward there so that if Blue flashed, he could just leap right on in.
Oh, this is rough for Blue, and now the wave is going to get frozen on him. Vicinity. And because Streets decided to do his Gromp into Blue, into the Crab, there's no jungle assistance there. Blue gets left alone. He gets collapsed on.
Upset's knocked up here. Lantern is there, but the Acquired Taste is coming in. They're looking for the Tongue Lash stun. Lilip hooked underneath the tower is going to have to flash away. Now TP coming in from Adam. Once again, the investment in this Fnatic bottom lane. Upset has the rockets out. Stun misses there from Whippo. Flashed away by SK. SK are able to survive. Hook, once again, just a fraction of an inch.
Had a very impressive split. And Fnatic having an impressive one alongside him. Whippo now hovering around the top side of the map. Just covering for Adam, making sure that he can push this wave in, maybe finds a kill.
Janax with a good body slam there, interrupted Whippo on the jump in, has to flash away to get himself back under the tower, but here comes the Destiny, and Janax is on the wrong side of this one. Niski waiting on the gold card. Janax does still have the cask here. Let's see what they can do. He's going to try and clear out the wave. If he can, no one tanking up the tower yet. The plate about to fall. Here we go. Showstopper in, dodges the cask, and Janax falls. Really patient stuff there from Fnatic. Easily, unless you have something like the Jinx or even the Rengar there to burst through his thick skin.
Treat 6, Adam no flash.
Adam's already used the Haymaker. He's knocked back, and that Fear is going to land as well. No shield available for Adam. Genax gets SK's first kill of the game, the Fountain.
And so much of the advantage that Fnatic find themselves in is thanks to the early investment into mid lane. The Adam roam down to mid. Oh, as we see a good gank.
Hylissang, no flash, of course, no heal on the AD carry. Hylissang goes down. Bwipo looking for the thrill of the hunt. The Eye of the Tiger as he dives in a 1v4. Bwipo tries to get in, but Lilip able to pull him back. Blue takes the kill, and here comes Genax. And just as we were saying, SK couldn't find anything, Fnatic give them 2,000 gold.
Onto as well. I wonder if the fight was already lost at that point. Yeah, I'm going to need the replay to see exactly why they decided to recommit to that fight, because the second that Thresh died and that TP flank was coming through, maybe that's what they didn't see, the Genax TP. It's one of those things where Rengar in team fights, how do I feel about it? Don't have time as Adam's getting ganked again.
There's the paranoia as they look for Adam. Haymaker comes out. That's a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Flash away. A good face breaker there. Bwipo coming in with the Thrill of the Hunt as well, but Treats doesn't have the mana. There's the showstopper. Adam takes the highway out of there. Manages to use Treats as an express train to safety, and Bwipo gets a double.
Great patience there from Adam. He knows that his mid jungle is on their way, and they're able to keep them alive. Knock up onto Upset.
He manages to get on towards the lantern as Jezu looks for the damage. Moonlight Vigil coming out, but Hylissang's the only one to tank it up. Lilip still has the thick skin, so should be able to survive this upset. And Hylissang forced away from this bottom tower. Jezu flashing in. The stopwatch, the cleanse. Both of them playing that very mechanically well to escape. Now Blue looking for the flank position. Hylissang flashes forward, and Nisqy with a TP locks the gold card and locks Blue in place as Upset takes his first kill of the game.
And somehow that play ends up...
This can help you out, especially when you're playing against a comp that picks you off pretty effectively. Tahm into a Rengar, into a Thresh. Just gives you that little bit.
They are 4k gold in the lead right now. They are much stronger than their opposition. And
there's the Rift Herald. There's Hylissang. There's the hook onto Genax. Just spots him out in the bush. The ward outside of it, just catching Genax.
Yep.
Hylissang with the hook finds the kill on the SK top lane, and now with the Rift Herald charging in. This will be Fnatic not only getting the Dragon
in a matchup that he typically shouldn't, and this opened him up so much more to be able to roam. Yes, they did throw a couple ganks bot lane, but they actually invested way more time up towards the top side of the map, and we see that investment now being paid in kind in the bot lane.
And this gives a stopwatch if he needs it here, but dives under the tower with the Destiny. Wilson as a cat, that makes sense. They are mortal enemies, at least in lore of days gone past.
So Fnatic in such a great position right now. Heal burnt from Nisqy.
Yeah, Genax, that was pretty greedy, mate.
Yeah,
that was pretty greedy.
I think he was trying to set up a play with Lilip, but he...
Treats is in the area as well with paranoia.
Yeah, but still, overcommits a little bit there. Hylissang not able to connect onto Lilip. Now the re-engage.
Hylissang, no flash. No way out of this, doesn't really have the box. Of Fear's going to hit him up, and Treats now with the blast cone will go in as well. Lilip in the middle of 3 members of Fnatic. Jezu coming in with the Moonlight Vigil. Adam with the showstopper off towards the back, has the Haymaker as well. And Blue, look at the damage on Blue. Nisqy almost falls. The stopwatch will keep him alive. And in the end, Blue will kill him off. Bwipo now diving onto Treats. Mega Inferno Bomb will do some damage. It was the Mega Death Rocket there from Upset. Is able to take out one in response. Adam's still waiting in the bush here. Lilip's going to face check into him. And in a support versus top lane matchup, the support doesn't tend to win, but Lilip with a good sidestep into the Devour, into the waiting arms of Genax. SK able to kill off Adam.
That was 4 kills.
Yeah, but guys, I can get a kill out of this. So he goes in afterwards. Bwipo going in. Lilip is able to jump away with the Abyssal Voyage. SK might look for this across the wall. Bwipo doesn't have flash, remember. Treats Lilip and Genax are on the retreat, but Jezu is on his way. Bwipo still diving in. Mega Inferno Bomb goes just wide. Destiny coming in as well. Lilip somehow still alive, but the thick skin won't save you now. There's the gold card onto Treats. And Fnatic just forced their way into the faces of SK. Blue was never with the team. Jezu now coming in from the side, but Adam...
Flawless from Fnatic. I mean, the great thing about that play was the timing. 2 members of SK literally just reset, so Bwipo knows, hey, I can chase because my whole team is right behind me. So they're going to play for the Baron now. 3 versus 5, 4 versus 5.
Yeah, this is not the best, because Lilip can TP in with that unsealed spell, but Moonlight Vigil is going to do a lot. The Inferno, not quite enough damage. Jezu now stepping forward, Baron helping out. SK, Adam flashes in, the Facebreaker not enough to kill off Jezu. 1 member of Fnatic already down the Thrill of the Hunt. Pop, there's the Scatter of the Week as well, and it's a double kill for Blue. And Fnatic now the ones who have to retreat through their own jungle as SK might turn their eyes towards this Baron. Jezu does not have the best guns. Really, you want Crescendum, White Gun, to get through a Baron, or Severum to heal him up, but Lilith can tank it. Mega Inferno Bomb, Super Mega Death Rocket, keep getting those confused, goes in. There's the Paranoia, straight onto Upset. Treat's able to walk over the Flame Chompers. Upset, even Winter Cleanse will not be enough. Adam, though, now can fight up against Treats. Lilith walks straight into the waiting arms of Rippo. Treat's looking for the Blast Cone, but the Showstopper will stop his show as he gets caught out. SK forced off the Baron. Fnatic still on the chase. Whippo going forward, SK retreating. It's though chase 5 members into the enemy jungle, into getting forced off the own Baron, to getting 2 kills on the enemy mid lane, to TPing into the top lane. It's a classic strategy, Vedius, and Fnatic know how to do it. It's to die! That TP sucked!
What am I watching right now? We just saw a spectacle. Back and forth. No one got the Baron. Third Cloud Drake for SK.
No way.
Oh no. Smite will come through for Treats. Thumbs up. On their crucial carries. Blue and Jezu are not weak. So as long as they have the front line to allow them to play front to back, to allow them to dish out the damage,
here we go.
They can definitely still come out on top. Fnatic trying to force a fight.
So Destiny comes out, and as soon as they see that Genax is not there, Whippo jumps in. Niski knocked back with the Scatter of the Weak, but Lilith is tanky. Look at the damage coming out from that Aphelios. Jezu, not the best guns. Once again, Calibrum, Severum, not really what you want. You always want that white gun when you're fighting like this. Genax has a good flank position, but there's the hook. There's the Showstopper as they look to try and kill off Blue. He survives. Knocked back with the cast. Treats dives onto the back line. First kill of the fight is Hillisang. He goes down. 1-for-1 trade as Treats falls as well. A good Scatter of the Weak from Blue from the side. Jezu stepping forward. Long range gun, the sniper trying to do his work, trying to find his mark. To 9, you are guaranteed in, but it's very likely we'll see a team on 8 making their way through as well. With the Destiny coming out, you can see Whippo on his way. Thriller the hunt as he hunts for that AD carry. Jezu flashes away. Blue TP's in. Stun card only lands onto Genax. Showstopper onto the backline. Devour immediately. Jezu very healthy throughout all of this, and you can see Adam trying to go in, but Genax is still alive, and Jezu is still alive, and Jezu has the hula hoop, has the crescendum. Look at the damage onto Upset. That's a Scatter of the Weak. If I've ever seen one onto Niski. The chase is on. Gravitum finds its man, and SK win the fight in the mid lane.
SK come out on top in the 5v5 to start off from Blue as he rejoins the fight, and SK is able to disengage. They commit everything to trying to kill Jezu, but they cannot shut him down. The fact that he's able to get away from that fight allows SK to turn it around. They get a huge pick, they get themselves the Baron, and now all of a sudden SK are in a much better position to win this game.
Yeah, still only 3 threading through Fnatic. A hook lands here onto Lilith, but as you can see, Lilith puts the thumbs up. He doesn't care, and I love this from SK. They are investing. They're saying we're going all into the mid lane. Whippo knockback has the GA, but he's only level 14. Betty just doesn't have the tankiness to survive.
It's really hard to find picks against this Tahm Kench. It is really hard, and Fnatic have not been able to find successful picks on the side lane, so now they find themselves at
Niski just dies. He walked forward for a stun card and immediately just strong position to start closing out this game. Gold will swing in their favor for the first time in 30 minutes as they take down the mid inhibitor tower. Next up on the menu are those inhibitors. First one down. Treats down towards the bottom side, has escorted the wave in, but now Fnatic are able to clear it out.
That Lilith's Devour then provides.
Explosive
then
cast.
The Locket and the explosive cast, and then on top of that,
2 stopwatches.
It's just Rengar is irrelevant at this point in time. Like, Fnatic had such a great early game, and admittedly, Fnatic have made so many mistakes this game. They've allowed SK to bounce back. A lot of credit needs to go to Lilith and Jezu.
Jezu face checks into Whippo, but Whippo able to survive for the moment, still has the GA. Off towards the top side, Treats is trading, but that GA is now being popped, and Genax has a good flank position. Jezu with the Moonlight Vigil, Whippo dies. Genax takes him out. Adam goes in with the Haymaker, but Jezu pops the stopwatch and keeps himself alive, then dodges away, and Adam just cannot survive through that. Niski next on the menu. Blue dominating. Jezu still alive. Blue in a 2v1 trying to outplay Upset, and that's an outplay buddy if I have ever seen one. SK.
But this will be SK's win. Their fight for the playoffs is still alive, and the LEC is as competitive as ever. Playoffs is only getting more tense as Fnatic drop as we reach the final hurdle.
Huge win for SK. Keeps their hope of making it to playoffs well and truly alive. And as we saw Schalke fall out earlier today, I'm sure SK thought perhaps they would be following swiftly after. Not today, they say, to the gods of playoffs. They will keep their chances.
Because he's a short-range AD carry. So in a team fight, when the Gangplank ultimate drops, he is immediately zoned out of the fight simply because of how much damage that thing can do to you on a short-range hyper carry. So I like the Gangplank.
We have another birthday boy on the Rift on the stage for us. Pirate, happy birthday. 23 years old today. Hoping for a gift of a win here to propel Misfits up to tied first.
Here it definitely had a solid split.
Rom already moving up. Vander is going to try and protect this. He went up to see if that Scuttle Crab was still alive. Now they know that Jankos is probably working his way down here. You can see the pings have already come out for Misfits. Razzle might look for the mid dive, but he has been spotted on a ward flash route. Jankos waited in the bush. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade as both the junglers get their first kills of the game. Jankos trying to turn this one around with the red buff. Should have a little bit more damage. Vander's worked his way up as well, and Vander's going to turn back onto Mickey, who will have to jump across this wall. Double Scuttle should go to Razzle. No summoners burnt on the side of G2, and you can see the power of Rakan there dodging in and out. Wonder those going to face check. Does have the oranges, eats the stun to start it off. There's the cannon barrage, and here is Jankos. Wonder has to flash away. Oranges keeps him alive, about 150 HP. Razzle trying to dive in, but can't get the damage down. Jankos able to...
He goes into caps, especially in recent weeks. He's been playing more of those lane-dominant champions, which he hasn't really had access to. And in the first half of the split, he was definitely struggling. Back into form, flashes in.
Shockwave, Jankos on the chase. Win becomes lightning VTO. No flash to get away, and Jankos will secure the kill. But as you are
usually used to seeing G2 now off that pick with the three-man squad of Mickey, Jankos, and Caps. It's a great game to demonstrate how both teams have been playing throughout this split, particularly in their wins. And Razzle is the initiator.
He can just go in with a Heartbreaker here. Mickey has to flash away. The damage onto Jankos is big as well with the exhaust coming out from Vander. This Rift Herald will be secured by Misfits. G2 have to back away.
The biggest difference there was here it moved down to assist the team, whereas Wonder continued to push in the top. As Corbe and Vander just coming back off the reset, there should be a good enough window for G2 to be able to secure this. Razzle going to be a little late, but this could be an opportunity for them to actually drop the Herald bot. It's going to get cleared. You can already see G2 moving towards the bot side of that. Blue buff going to be handed off to Caps. Wonder using his TP bot, but has the Wonder using TP top, but has the ultimate for bot.
I think this gets a charge in. I'll be honest. Caps is on his way. Oyana's on his way. Razzle going in there looking for the damage, but there's the quickness coming out from Mickey. He's going to dive away. Moonlight Vigil used as well, and Kobe now in the firing line. There's a shockwave flash away from by Razzle. Rift Herald will get a charge in. Importantly, Razzle does get that gold. Reckless jumping forward, Razzle jumping away. So the Herald got a charge in. Gold gained for them. Is that right?
Just a trade of experience and gold overall.
Mickey now chunked out. Does still have the flash. Rakan, one of the safest supports if you have a teammate near you. Of course, you can just dodge away to it. Tower goes down in the bottom lane, but plates will either have a Cloud or an Infernal Soul. G2 still sitting in a strong position if Misfits try and take a shortcut towards that mid lane. Razzle and Vander will go that way, but I think it takes them a lot longer to get anywhere.
Here comes the contest. No GP ult.
So it's a 3v4 in favor of G2. Now a 5v4. As they will just be able to take the Herald away. Earlier we saw Misfits contesting and taking G2's Herald.
Play from G2, use this small window where Misfits is trying to reset to be able to secure yourself another tower, and unsurprisingly the gold goes back to dead even. But decent starts, didn't really get that many advances. He's looking for a play on a Wonder.
Misses the first Q, but the chase is on. There's the Spectral Morm, and Wonder doesn't really have anywhere to go. He tries to get away, but Razork will take him down today. Second killer of the game for Misfits. All they can really do is look to play for vision down towards this bottom side and perhaps to catch out Hirit, but Hirit still has the flash. And although Caps is sitting on a Ludens, Hirit will be able to get underneath this tower. Now the question is, do G2 go for the dive? Jankos stunned up, Crescent Guard comes out, there's a Cannon Barrage as well, and the answer is yes, they do go for the dive. As in a 4v1 with an extra ultimate on top of it.
Don't have a wave to be able to contest that spot tier 1. Meanwhile, Corbe is completely uncontested in mid, and he secures himself a free 300 gold. There's also
to lock playoffs with this win. It would be the 11th time in a 12th time in a row that they have locked playoffs. Have made it every single season they've been. Very important. Both the AD carries and the mid laners have their 2 items complete. You said it was a fight, Betty. Yep. Looks like Misfits willing to give this one up because it's only the second dragon of the game. Mickey may be caught out, dodges away with the grand entrance.
Has now come back. Both teams are just ignoring it for now. Wonder, where is he going to put that ultimate down?
He's going to ult over the wall here.
That's big.
And the thing is, as you said, you don't have to fight this if you're Misfits. Obviously, you want to fight because G2 are scaling well, but it's only third dragon of the game.
I think Misfits do have to fight.
You think they've got to take it?
Goes, like, you don't want to allow G2 to be on sole point. I think this is an important Drake, and they're going to contest it. Look at Vander on the flank.
Razork looking to get in. Jankos dives onto Hirit. Dominus pop. Mickey on the back line. But Mickey is burst before he can do too much. Kobe trying to do the damage as as he can. Infernal Drake goes down, 1-for-1 trade so far. Actually 1-for-0. As Misfits.
Misfits in a slightly more awkward position, but they are going to convert this into a tier 2 in mid, so they're not going to lose too much off the back of that.
Wonder. Razzle immediately meets him in the jungle, and Wonder puts down the cannon barrage. Glacial Fisher coming out, Reckless knocked up by it. Will jump away, Razzle down to half HP. Kobe misses the Moonlight Vigil. Dodge to the side there by G2, and you can see him
into the river, so they can still contest this Drake. But G2, they're responding kind by pressuring the tier 2 in mid. Vito doesn't quite have the wave clear to stop this 4-man siege. Gangplank is going to catch the bot wave. Now Misfits looking for the opportunity. Here, it's already here.
Razork has the Spectral Maw. Here, as you say. Jankos trying to get away, but there's the root. Reckless rooted on the backline. Hirit jumping in. The Crescent Guard's going to do a lot of work here for Jankos, and now Hirit is the one who has the flash for safety. Cannon Barrage comes out. Locket used. Mickey dives in with the charm, and here it's down. And he saved the shockwave for that moment. Caps hits it. Kobe will not quite fall. He'll be the last one standing as Reckless is jumping forward, looking for the kill. Gets the speed up from the Orianna. One auto attack and a satchel ticking. And Kobe says a final goodbye. Reckless takes the shutdown. G2 take the fight. And for the 12th time in a row, G2 will lock their spot in playoffs.
A clean ace for G2 as they round out their game against Misfits. We talked about it. It was a matter of time. But that team fight, yeah, it's kind of what we expected. Like, Misfits tried to use that window where the Gangplank